Yeah, hello and welcome to this video, a little bit different than usual. This is a short book review, and I had planned a more extensive book review video anyway before Christmas. I know that people like that a lot, that I recommend some books before Christmas time. You might buy gifts for yourself to study during the holidays, or you might get loved ones to buy a good chess book for you. I'm going to do this video, and I planned it for early December this time. Last year I was really a bit late with that. Anyway, I have this planned, and I have already a stack of books that I will show you. And one of those books I'm actually now going to do the review for a little bit earlier than intended, roughly 2 or 3 weeks before I wanted to do it, because there is a good reason to do it right now. We'll get to that in a minute, or you might see it there on the text here in the video, because you can actually save a bit of money if you want. So what is that book all about? What book am I talking about? It's I think one of the best books that was released this year, and it is this one, Small Steps to Giant Improvement. I have the actual book really by Shanklands, the reigning US champion. Shanklands is probably the player of the year. I mean, the only possibility that he shouldn't be called player of the year would be that Caruana wins the world championships maybe, but other than that, Shanklands is the player of the year. He played a fantastic year 2018, winning the US championships ahead of everybody like Caruana, Nakamura. He won this tournament, and also got his rating to 2,700 level now. He's one of the top 30 players in the world, I think, roughly. I could pull up the world rankings, but something like that it certainly is. He also won 2 or 3 other big tournaments, so really great year. And he has released his first book, this Small Steps to Giant Improvement. What is it all about? You probably cannot read this, it's just too small, right? If I put this here, you say Master Pawn Play in Chess. So it is all about pawn play, and this is also where the small steps come in. Pawns go small steps, but they are really key to giant improvement. I'm starting here with the page on the Quality Chess website where the original book is linked. They have a PDF excerpt and also some information. The book got really fantastic reviews here by Matthew Sadler, Carsten Hansen, John Hartman, and now you can add my review to that. I think it's really an excellent book. So why am I putting this on now and not for the holiday season in 2 or 3 weeks? The reason is that if you buy that as a book, like a print book, I'm not sure that you can read that, it's 32.99 euros, which makes it, what is that, $40 roughly, give or take, roughly 40. Don't be too harsh on me if I'm not precise there, but roughly 40 US dollars. And currently there is a sale for that book as a chessable version. It was just released like 2 days ago, I think November 15, 3 days ago. And I noticed that there was a sale going on, and the intro offer is actually 24.99 US dollars, which makes it really a lot cheaper than the print book. And it works well in Chessable. I've checked it, and it's a really, really nice way to study the book, and you save a lot of money compared to the print version. Also, I felt it is sometimes quite handy to have it online, so you don't have to carry the book with you. I have used the book extensively, the print version really, in my chess lessons, and it's not a bad thing to have it on online, like Chessable, where you can basically pull up your mobile and look up positions if you want. Yeah, that's a good thing to be possible. So this is now on sale, and I should talk a little bit more about the book itself. So it is about pawn play, and I'm switching to another view here in Chessable. I hope that am I logged in there? I think it probably locked me out. Yeah, I have to log in again so that I actually can go into the chapter view. So let's we can go into the chapters here, and you probably cannot read that, right? Yeah, it's too small, but otherwise I couldn't get it on the screen. It is structured in I think it's 4 or 5 big chapters. It's probably here. There are 4 parts, and then we have chapters, and they have names like protecting your children, avoiding potholes, and so on. It's got some funny names, and I think the book is written very well, like language-wise. I like the very clear and straightforward language. It's very much, if you have seen Shankland giving an interview or talking about his games, he's always very clear and very straightforward with his language, always very honest, sometimes brutally honest, and it kind of the book has the same tone. It's very objective. It feels very well thought out and very understandable. I felt not very cryptic. Yeah, you sometimes you have books that have somewhat complicated language, and somehow I feel it is very straightforward, if that is the right word. So how does that work? What is the concept of the book? It's about pawn play, and often the decision is simply, should I move this pawn or not? Is that a good decision to change the pawn structure? And what I liked a lot is he has used many examples that are not so well known, even to people, honestly, like me, who knows not everything, but lots of classic examples. Because what he does is he often takes his own games or takes very recent games where he found really great examples. There are also some old ones there, but mostly they are new. And I think I just want to show you an example to what is all about. Yeah, so I'm going into one of those chapters and then pull up simply one of the positions that he examines, and this is one of the exercise positions. So let's go, jump right in. I want to make this a little bit bigger so that you can actually see it. You should see the whole board. Yeah, is that okay? Yeah, I think it's okay. I didn't rehearse the video very extensively. I just wanted to get the information across. So this is one of the exercise positions in the book, and it's a game between Shankland and Mark Esserman, where it is white to move, and Shankland, I should probably read that out. He says, white would love to advance a c-pawn and trade on b5, opening the queen side and fixing black with a long-term weakness. That's a very understandable idea, yeah? White wants to play, I cannot paint in this board view here, like he wants to go c4, take, and settle black with the weakness on b5. If he advances c3, c4 here, black will play b4, keeping the queen side closed and securing the c5 outpost for his knights. Should white play c4 or not? This is the exercise position, and he has, before coming to this position, also put out some examples of how those kind of decisions can be examined and can be, let's say, how you can consider pros and cons. This is the exercise already, the position to look at. So what about this position? I'm going in Chessable here. We can go to the analysis view, that was the wrong one. Why do I do that? I just found it. Is it here? Analysis board. Yeah, I just clicked on the wrong thing. Can you see that? I think it's not really big, but I don't know how to zoom it in a way that you can still see it. Yeah. In my software to record. So let's talk about this a little bit. So we would think about c4 here, and he says, black goes b4, and I don't think I can paint here, right? No. That black wants to get the f6 knight, to c5, to the c5 square. And this is indeed possibly a problem, if the knight comes to c5. And this is something where you should try to solve it. If you want, you can really make an exercise out of that and think about this now. Is this a good position for white? Black wants to play knight d7 to c5. And this is an interesting question. Is that a favorable change of pawn structure or not? Ultimately, you might come up with the right solution, and I'm going to show it. This is indeed a good decision for white, because b4 is not a real issue. The problem with it is that white can actually prevent the idea knight d7 to c5, and this brings us to the solution of this. We can also, is that here on that page? Yeah, I think if we go on to next page, shows the solution. So if you do that in Chessable, you first see the exercise, and then you can jump to the solution page. This is oftentimes an issue in books, that you get spoiled, yeah, all the time, when you can look at like 2 positions on a page or 4, and then you just want to see one solution, then you see all of them on one page. That's sometimes a problem with a print book. So c4 played b4, and now the key move is is queen to a4. This is a key idea because we look at the d7 square, and by preventing knight d7, this black maneuver is not even happening. That is the thing. We are with b4, black has this idea to play the knight to c5, but it does never arrive there under good conditions. One key point is that we are simply controlling the square, and oftentimes preventing the idea right away is the best one. In this particular case, black has different choices. He can go rook c7 like Esserman did in the game, but the more interesting line is probably the move a5, knight b3, where now we see an additional idea. We might just win the a-pawn. You can say, okay, why did he go a5? Does that make any sense? The problem is, if we go back again here, one point for white is also queen a5, to prevent a5 altogether and isolate the b4 pawn from the black camp. I think this is a fantastically instructive example that an idea relating to a pawn structure might be relevant, but sometimes it is just not happening because you can prevent it. So here white goes for a favorable pawn structure transformation without allowing the key idea knight d7 to c5. He explains that really nicely here in the text. I just wanted to show a typical example of what this book is about. It has those kind of instructive positions and games that show how pawn structure decision can be made and how you can possibly improve your decision making in those situations. I think it's a really great book. It has how many pages does it have? Like 300 something pages, so many good examples, and there's a good variety in there. Yeah, there are all kinds of position types. Sometimes you have this, I think, sometimes issue that if you look at books on positional chess, they all have those ultra closed positions, like out of the King's Indian or whatever, where there's maneuvering going on. And then this book is very versatile in that regard. He also has pawn structure decisions, for example, in the Sicilian, or this is also a reasonably close position, but that was clearly a Ruy Lopez. So there's a wide variety of position types. If you want to get a good book on strategy, on pawn structure and pawn play, this is a great one to get. It's great in as a paper book, as a print book, but on Chessable it works very well and is on sale. As mentioned, it's a good opportunity. I think still for, what is that, 5 days? Yeah, 5 days and a couple of hours on sale. Note that on Chessable, if you don't like it, you have a return, you have a refund policy. It's a great opportunity, I think, to get this good content for a really good price. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching this short video. I think this is my favorite book from this year, I think. I mean, maybe I have to say that, I mean, I have a book out myself, and I also like that one, but from the books that I've gotten from other authors, this is fantastic. There recently was a Book of the Year award where this finished second, yeah, and to be honest, I like it more than the winner, which is also an interesting book. But yeah, it has received very favorable reviews, and this is yet another one that I can add to that. Yeah, go get the book if you want something cool on strategy. Thanks a lot for watching.